Vandeham Shiguro Shiyata Parakamalam Shigurun Vaishnavamscha Shirupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Bitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shirana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishakam Bitamscha Om Agyana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shigurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Garaganara Sesha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shirupa Patanagam Govindabidam Ujwalam Varatanam Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Premnawe Bija Pranam Devam Divyatanam Suchandavananam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishvara Shidharam Vanshakopatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhyevicha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. This is Adi-lila, chapter 17, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in his youth. Bande Sarad Bhuteham Tam Chaitanyam Tat Prasadata Yavana Sumanayante Krishna Nama Prajopaka Bande Sarad Bhuteham Tam Chaitanyam Tad Prasadata Yavana Samanayante Krishna Nama Prajopaka. Let me offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even unclean Yavanas become perfectly well-bred gentlemen by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Such is the power of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaurabhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Kaishora Lilara Sutra Korela Ganan, Jovana Lilara Sutra Korea Anukram. I have already given a synopsis of the Kaishora Lila of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now let me enumerate his youthful pastimes in chronological order. Vidya Sundarya Sadvesha Sambhoga Nritya Kirtanai Premanama Pradanaischa Goro Divyati Yovane. Exhibiting his scholarship, beauty, and fine dress, Lord Chaitanya danced and chanted as he distributed the holy name of the Lord to awaken dormant love of Krishna. Thus, Lord Sri Gaurasundar shone in his youthful pastimes. Yovana Prabheshi Angara Anga Bibhushan Dibya Bastra Dibya Besha Maya Chandan. As he entered his youth, the Lord decorated himself with ornaments, dressed himself in fine cloth, garlanded himself with flowers, and smeared himself with sandalwood. Vidyara Odatye Kahan Nakore Ganan Sakala Pandita Jini Kore Adyapan. By dint of pride in his education, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not caring for anyone else, defeated all kinds of learned scholars while executing his duties. Bayu Byadi Chale Koila Prema Prakash Bhaktagan Loya Koila Bibida Bilas. In his youth, the Lord exhibited his ecstatic love of Krishna on the plea of disturbances of the bodily airs. Accompanied by his confidential devotees, he enjoyed various pastimes in this way. According to Ayurvedic treatment, the entire physiological system is conducted by three elements, namely Vayu, Pitta, and Kapha, air, bile, and mucus. Secretions within the body transform into other secretions like blood, urine, and stool. But if there are disturbances in the metabolism, the secretions turn into kapha, mucus, by the influence of the air within the body. According to the Ayurvedic system, when the secretion of bile and formation of mucus disturb the air circulating within the body, 59 varieties of diseases may occur. One such disease is craziness. On the plea of disturbance of the bodily air and metabolism, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acted as if crazy. Thus, in his school, he began to explain the grammar of verbs through Krishna consciousness, explaining everything in grammar in relationship to Krishna. The Lord induced his students to refrain from worldly education, for it is better to become Krishna conscious and in this way attain the highest perfectional platform of education. On these grounds, Sri Jiva Goswami later compiled the grammar entitled Harinamamrita Vyakaran. People in general consider such explanations crazy. Therefore, the Lord's purpose in his attitude of craziness was to explain that there is nothing within our experience but Krishna consciousness, for everything may be dovetailed with Krishna consciousness. These pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have been very vividly described in the Chaitanya-bhagavat, Madhyakanda, chapter 1. Tabeta korela prabhu gayate gaman ishvara purera sange tatai milan. Thereafter the Lord went to Gaya. There he met Srila Ishwara Puri. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Gaya to offer respectful obeisances to his forefathers. This process is called Pindadan. In Vedic society, after the death of a relative, especially one's father and mother, one must go to Gaya and therefore offer oblations to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, hundreds and thousands of men gather in Gaya to offer such oblations or shraddha. Following this principle, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there to offer pinda to his dead father. Fortunately, he met Ishwara Puri there. Dikantare hoila primara prakash, deshe agaman puna primara bilas. In Gaya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was initiated by Ishwara Puri, and immediately afterwards he exhibited signs of love of Godhead. He again displayed such symptoms after returning home. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Gaya accompanied by many of his disciples, he became sick on the way. He had such a high fever that he asked the students to bring water that had washed the feet of Brahmins, and when they brought it, the Lord drank it and was cured. Therefore, everyone should respect the position of a Brahmin as indicated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Neither the Lord nor his followers displayed any disrespect to Brahmins. Shachike Premadan Tabe Advaita Milan Advaita Paila Vishwarup Darshan. Thereafter the Lord delivered love of Krishna to his mother Sachimata, nullifying her offense at the feet of Advaitacharya. Thus there was a meeting with Advaitacharya who better had a vision of the Lord's Thus there was a meeting with Advaitacharya who later had a vision of the Lord's universal form. Prabhura Abhishek Tabe Korila Shrivas Kate Basi Prabhu Koila Aishwarya Prakash. Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur then worshipped Lord Chaitanya by the process of Abhishek. Sitting on a cot, the Lord exhibited transcendental opulence. Okay. Srivas Thakur then worshipped Lord Chaitanya by the process of Abhishek. Sitting on a cot, the Lord exhibited transcendental opulence. Tabi Nityananda Swarupera Agaman Prabhuke Miliya Paila Shadbhuja Darshan. After this function at the house of Srivas Thakur, Nityananda Prabhu appeared. And when he met with Lord Chaitanya, he got the opportunity to see him in his six-armed form. Pratame Shadbhuja Tare Dekaila Ishwara Shankachakra Garapadma Shanga Benudara. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited to Lord Nityananda Prabhu a six-armed form bearing a conch shell, disc, club, lotus, flower, bow, and flute. Tabe Chatur Bhuja Hoila Teen Anga Bakra Dui Haste Benu Bajai Duye Shanka Chakra. Thereafter the Lord showed him his four-armed form standing in a three-curved posture. With two hands he played upon a flute, and in the other two he carried a conch shell and disc. Tabeta Duibuja Kebula Bamshibadan Shama Anga Pita Bastra Brajendra Nandan. Finally the Lord showed Nityananda Prabhu his two-armed form of Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, simply playing on his flute, his bluish body dressed in yellow garments. Tabi Nityananda Gosaira Vyasa Pujan Nityananda Veshe Koila Mushala Daran. Nityananda Prabhu then arranged to offer Vyas Puja, or worship of the spiritual master, to Sri Gaurasundar, but Lord Chaitanya carried the plow-like weapon called Mushala in the ecstasy of being Nityananda Prabhu. It was actually Balaram who carries this Mushala. I'll read it. By the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu arranged for the Vyas Puja of the Lord on the night of the full moon. He arranged for the Vyas Puja or Guru Puja through the agency of Vyasadeva. Srila Vyasadeva is the original Guru, spiritual master of all who follow the Vedic principles. Worship of the spiritual master is called Vyas Puja. Since Vyasadeva is the original Guru, spiritual master of all who follow the Vedic principles, worship of the spiritual master is called Vyasa Puja. Nityananda Prabhu arranged for the Vyas Puja, and Sankirtan was going on, but when he tried to put a garland on the shoulder of Mahaprabhu, he saw himself in Lord Chaitanya. There's no difference between the spiritual positions of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu or Krishna and Balaram. All of them are but different manifestations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. During this special ceremony, all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could understand that there is no difference between Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu. Tabi Sachi Dekila Ramakrishna Duibai Tabi Nishtarila Prabhu Jagai Madai. Thereafter Mother Sachi saw the brothers Krishna and Balaram in their manifestation of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Then the Lord delivered the two brothers Jagai and Madai. One night Sachi Devi dreamt that the deities in her house, Krishna and Balaram, had taken the forms of Chaitanya and Nityananda and were fighting one another as children do to eat the Naivedya or offering to the deities. On the next day, by the will of Lord Chaitanya, Sachi Devi invited Nityananda to take prasad at her house. Thus, Vishwambar, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda were eating together, and Sachi Devi realized that they were none other than Krishna and Balaram. Seeing this, she fainted. Tabe Sapta Prabhu Chila Prabhu Bhaveshe. Tabe Sapta Prahar Chila Prabhu Bhaveshe. Yatatata Bhaktagan Dekila Visheshe. After this incident, the Lord remained in an ecstatic position for 21 hours, and all the devotees saw his specific pastimes. Dandavat. Baraha Besha Hoila Murari Bhavane Taraskande Chadi Prabhu Nachila Angane. One day Mahaprabhu felt the ecstasy of the boar incarnation and got up on the shoulders of Murari Gupta. Thus they both danced in Murari Gupta's courtyard. Tabe Shuklam Barer Koila Tandula Bakan Harer Nama Shloker Koila Arta Bivaran. After this incident, the Lord ate raw rice given by Shuklambar Brahmachari. Please close the door. Tabe Shuklambar Koila Tandula Bakan Harinama Shloka Koila Arta Bibaran. After this incident, the Lord ate raw rice given by Shuklambar Brahmachari and explained very elaborately the import of the Harinama Shloka mentioned in the Brihad Naradiya Purana. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva Gatiranyata. In this age of Kali, there is no other means for self-realization than chanting the holy name, chanting the holy name, chanting the holy name. So this is a Harinama Shloka mentioned in the Brihad Naradiya Purana that states that for spiritual realization, there is only the chanting of the holy name. This is the best means for serving, for advancement in spiritual life, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Kali Kali Nama Rupe Krishna Bhatar Nama Hoite Hoi Sarva Jagat Nishtar. In this age of Kali, the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. Simply by chanting the holy name, one associates with the Lord directly. Anyone who does this is certainly delivered. Dardya lage harinama ukte tinbar jadalok bujaite puna ekar. This verse repeats the word eva certainly 3 times for emphasis, and also 3 times repeats Harinama, the holy name of the Lord, just to make common people understand. To emphasize something to an ordinary person, one may repeat it 3 times, just as one might say, you must do this, you must do this, you must do this. Thus the Brihad Naradiya Purana repeatedly emphasized the chanting of the holy name so that people may take it seriously and thus free themselves from the clutches of Maya. It is our practice experience in this Krishna conscious movement all over the world that many millions of people are factually coming to the spiritual stage of life simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra regularly according to the prescribed principles. Therefore, our request to our students is that they daily chant at least 16 rounds of the Hare Nama Maha Mantra offenselessly, following the regulator principles. Thus, their success will be assured without a doubt. That is, they should also avoid the offenses to the holy name. Kevala Shabde Punarape Nischay Karan Jnana Yoga Tapa Karma Adi Nivaran. The use of the word Kevala only prohibits all other processes, just as the cultivation of knowledge, practice of mystic yoga, or performance of austerities and fruitive activities. Anyata Jaimane Tara Nahika Nishtar Nahi 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 18 Evakar. So this verse, which refers to the Brihad Naradiya Purana verse, Harinama, 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 Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Gatiranyata. This verse clearly states that anyone who accepts any other path cannot be delivered. This is the reason for the triple repetition, nothing else, nothing else, nothing else, which emphasizes the real process of self-realization. Trino hoite nichahaya sara labinam apani nirabhimane anye diveman. To chant the holy name always, one should be humbler than the grass in the street and devoid of all desire for personal honor, but one should offer others all respectful obeisances. Taru sama sahishnuta vaishnavara koribe varsana tarane kake kichuna bolibe. A devotee engaged in chanting the holy name of the Lord should practice forbearance like that of a tree. Even if rebuked or chastised, he should not say anything to others to retaliate. Karile hataru jena kichuina bolai shukaya mare tabu jal nam magai. For even if one cuts a tree, it never protests, and even if it is drying up and dying, it does not ask anyone for water. The practice of forbearance, taroriva sahishnuna, is very difficult, but when one actually engages in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, the quality of forbearance automatically develops. A person advanced in spiritual consciousness through the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra need not practice to develop it separately, for a devotee develops all good qualities simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra regularly. Emata Vaishnava Kore Kichuna Magiba Ayachita Vritti Kimba Shakafala Kaiba. Thus a Vaishnava should not ask anything from anyone else. If someone gives him something without being asked, he should accept it. But if nothing comes, a Vaishnava should be satisfied to eat whatever vegetables and fruits are easily available. Saranama loiba jata labate santosh aita chara kore bhakti dharma posh. One should strictly follow the principle of always chanting the holy name, and one should be satisfied with whatever he gets easily. Such devotional behavior solidly maintains one's devotional service. Trinada pisu nichena taror eva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. One who thinks oneself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect personal honor, yet is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. The grass is specifically mentioned in this verse because everyone tramples upon it, yet the grass never protests. This example indicates that a spiritual master or leader should not be proud of his position. Being always humbler than an ordinary common man, he should go on preaching the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Urdvabahu kore kahun shuna sarvalok namasutre ganti para kanti e shlok. Raising my hands, I declare, everyone please hear me. String this verse on the thread of the holy name and wear it on your neck for continuous remembrance. So that verse is referring to the Harinama Yiva Kevalam verse, that one should always chant the holy name of the Lord. Remember, raising my hands, I declare, everyone please hear me. String this verse on the thread of the holy name and wear it on your neck for continuous remembrance. That is Trinada Pisuni Chena Taroriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Actually, that's the verse that it's saying. One should string it on the string this verse on the thread of the holy name and wear it on your neck for continuous remembrance. Because that verse says, Trinada Pisuni Chena Tadoriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. That verse says, if you have humility, offer respect to others, and have tolerance. If you're humble, offer respect to others, and are tolerant, then you can always chant the holy name. So one should remember those qualities, and that will enable one to always be able to chant the holy name. Prabhu Agyaya Kora E Shloka Acharan Avashapai Betabe Sri Krishna Charan. One must strictly follow the principles given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this verse. If one simply follows in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya and the Goswamis, certainly one will achieve the ultimate goal of life, the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Tabe Prabhu Srivasara Grihe Nirantar Ratre Sankirtana Koila Ek Samvatsar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regularly led congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in the house of Srivas Thakur every night for 1 full year. Kapata diya kirtana kore parama abeshe pashande hashite aishe napai prabeshe. This ecstatic chanting was performed with the doors closed so that non-believers who came to make fun could not gain entrance. Kirtana shuni bahire tana jwale pude mare Srivasare dukadite nana jukte kore. Thus the non-believers almost burned to ashes and died out of envy. to retaliate, they planned various ways to give trouble to Srivas Thakur because the chanting was going on in his house. Ek din bhi pranam gopala chapa pashande pradana se durmukha bacha bhavane pujarat sab samagri loya ratre shivasara dware stana lepaya. One night while kirtan was going on inside Srivas Thakur's house, a Brahmin named Gopal Chapo, the chief of the non-believers, who was talkative and very rough in his speech, placed all the paraphernalia for worshipping the goddess Durga outside Srivas Thakur's door. This Brahmin, Gopal Chapo, wanted to defame Srivas Thakur by proving that he was actually a Shakta, or a worshipper of Bhavani, the goddess Durga, but was externally posing as a Vaishnava. In Bengal, there is perpetual competition between the devotees of goddess Kali and the devotees of Lord Krishna. Generally, Bengalis, especially those who are meat eaters and drunkards, are very much attached to worshipping the goddess Durga, Kali, Shitala, and Chandi. Such devotees who are known as Shaktas, or worshippers of the Shakti Tattva, are always envious of Vaishnavas. Since Srivas Thakur was a well-known and respected Vaishnava in Navadip, Gopal Chapo wanted to reduce his prestige by bringing him down to the platform of the Shaktas. Therefore, outside Srivas Thakur's door, he placed various paraphernalia for worshipping Bhavani, the wife of Lord Shiva, such as a red flower, a plantain leaf, a pot of wine, and reddish sandalwood paste. In the morning, when Srivas Thakur saw all this paraphernalia in front of his door, he called for the respectable gentlemen in the neighborhood and showed them that at night he was worshipping Bhavani. Very sorry, these gentlemen called for a sweeper to cleanse the place and purify it by sprinkling water and cow dung there. This incident concerning Gopal Chapo is not mentioned in the Chaitanya-bhagavat. So Srivas Thakur took a humorous position when the people came and saw this paraphernalia. He says, "Now I am exposed. You see it, that I am really secretly a Shakta, a worshipper of the material energy to gain wealth and prestige, etc." But the respectable people didn't believe that, and they cleansed the place, and they were very annoyed that somebody was trying to defame Srivas Thakur. Katara patu upare tuila odaful haridra sindurara rakta chandan tandu. On the upper portion of a plantain leaf, Gopal Chapo placed such paraphernalia for worship as odaful, turmeric, vermilion, red sandalwood paste, and rice. This odaful is like a hibiscus flower or something like that, I believe. Madhyapan, but anyway, it's a red flower. I'm not sure the name of the flower, but it's a red flower for worshipping Lord Shiva and Durga. Madhyabandha Pashedore Nijagare Gela Pratakali Shiva Staha Ta Dekila. He placed a pot of wine beside all this, and in the morning when Srivas Thakur opened his door, he saw this paraphernalia. Bora Bora Lok Sab Anila Bolaya Sabareko He Srivas Hasya Hasya. Srivas Thakur called for the respectable gentleman in the neighborhood and smilingly addressed them as follows. Nitya Ratre Koreyami Bhavani Pujana Amara Mahima Deka Brahmana Sajana. Gentlemen, every night I worship the goddess Bhavani. Since the paraphernalia for the worship is present here, now all you respectable Brahmins and members of the higher caste can understand my position. Tabe Sabs Shishtalo Kore Hahakar Aidshekarma Heta Koila Kon Durajar. Then all the assembled gentlemen exclaimed, "What is this? What is this? Who has performed such mischievous activities? Who is that sinful man?" Hadike Aniyasab Durakaraila Jala Gamai Dia Se Stana Lepaila. So they could immediately understand that That paraphernalia didn't belong to Srivas Thakur, and somebody was trying to defame him. They could understand it. They called for a sweeper, Huddy, who threw all the items of worship far away and cleansed the place by mopping it with a mixture of water and cow dung. Tindin rahese gopala chapa, sarvange hoila kushta, bahe raktadar. After 3 days, leprosy attacked Gopal Chapo and blood oozed from sores all over his body. So very soon he got a reaction for trying to, ruin the reputation of Srivas Thakur, who's a great Vaishnava. So this is an offense. And Srivas Thakur, he didn't take any offense, but the Lord did. The Lord didn't accept that someone would try to ruin the reputation of his devotees. Sarvanga Bedila Kite Nirantar Asakya Vedana Duke Jwalaye Antar, incessantly covered with germs and insects biting him all over his body. Gopal Chapo felt unbearable pain. His entire body burned in distress. Gangagate Brikatale Raheta Bashia Egdin Bole Kichu Prabhu Ke Dekia. Since leprosy is an infectious disease, Gopal Chapo left the village to sit down on the bank of the Ganges underneath a tree. One day, however, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passing by and spoke to him as follows. So, he had to leave the village and he was sitting near the Ganges underneath a tree, and he saw Mahaprabhu pass by, this Gopal Chapo. Grama sambandayame tomara matula bagina mui kushta byadite hanache byakula. My dear nephew, I am your maternal uncle in our village relationship. Please see how greatly this attack of leprosy has affected me. Lokasab udarite tomaravatar muibora duke more korahudar. As an incarnation of God, you are delivering so many fallen souls. I am also a greatly unhappy fallen soul. Kindly deliver me by your mercy. Etashuni Mahaprabhu hoila krudaman krodabeshe boletare tarjana vachan. Hearing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared greatly angry, and in that angry mood, he spoke some words chastising him, chastising Gopal Chapo. Are papi bhakta dveshet torina udarimu koti janma e mate kidai kaojaimu. O sinful person, envious of pure devotees, I shall not deliver you. Rather, I shall have you bitten by these germs for many millions of years. Shribase korali tui bhavane pujana kotijanma habetora rorave putrat rorave patana shribase koraili tui bhavane pujan kotijanma habetora rorave patana. You made Srivas Thakur appear to have been worshipping the goddess Bhavani. Simply for this offense, you will have to fall down into hellish life for 10 million births. The spoken word tui here, like when speaking to a child. So Mahaprabhu reprimands him, and he's telling him that don't ask me to relieve you from this. You insulted Srivas Thakur, so you should understand that if anything is to begin, it will begin with you getting the forgiveness of Srivas Thakur. Don't ask me to forgive you. So, but Srivas Thakur didn't take any offense, but still, Gopal Chapo should understand that why he was suffering. Anyway, Mahaprabhu didn't accept his plea and didn't relieve him of this affliction. And years later, sometime later, Mahaprabhu did. But by that time, Gopal Chapo had changed and understood. Vashande Sambarite, and that was when Mahaprabhu returned after some years to Bengal. And there, in the place where our mat is, the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat, that is called Aparad Bhanshan Pot. And he forgave different persons. Pashande samarite mora e avatar, pashande samhare bhakti korimu prachar. Aparad Bhanshan Pot means where offenses are forgiven. I have appeared in this incarnation to kill the demons, Pashandis, and after killing them, to preach the cult of devotional service. Eta bole gela prabhu korite ganga snan, se papi dukkha boge najai paran. After saying this, the Lord left to take his bath in the Ganges, and that sinful man did not give up his life, but continued to suffer. Sannyas Korea Jabe Prabhu Nila Chale Gela Tato Hoite Jabe Kuliya Grame Aila Tabe Se Papi Prabhu Loila Sharan Hita Upadesha Koila Hoya Karuna. When Mahaprabhu, after accepting the renounced order of life, went to Jagannath Puri and then came back to the village of Kuliya, upon his return, that sinful man took shelter at the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord, being merciful to him, gave him instructions for his benefit. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his Anubhashya, has given the following note in connection with the village Kuliya. The village originally known as Kuliya has developed into what is now the city of Navadip, and that's where we are, the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. In various authorized books like the Bhakti Ratnakara, Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya, Chaitanya Chandrodoya Natika, and Chaitanya-bhagavat, it is mentioned that the village of Kuliya is on the western side of the Ganges. Even now, within the area known as Koladvip, there is a place known as Kulaira Ganja and a place called Kuliyaradaha, both within the jurisdiction of the present municipality of Navadip. In the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the two villages on the western side of the Ganges, named Kuliya and Bahadapur, both belonged to the jurisdiction of Bahiradvip. At that time, the place on the eastern side of the Ganges, now known as Antardvip, was known as Navadip. At Sri Mayapur, that place is still known as Dviparamata. There is another place of the name Kuliya near Kanchanapad, but it is not the same Kuliya mentioned here. It cannot be accepted as Aparad Bhanjanarapata, or the place where the offense was excused, for that occurred in the above-mentioned Kuliya on the western side of the Ganges. For business reasons, many envious persons oppose excavation of the real place, and sometimes they advertise unauthorized places as the authorized one. But that's the real place, is where our mat is, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, that is Aparad Bhanshan Pot, where all the offenses are forgiven. Shivas Panditera Stane Ache Aparad Tata Jaha Teho Jadi Korana Prasad Tabitora Habiye Papa Vimochan Jadi Puna Aiche Nahi Kora Acharan. You have committed an offense at the lotus feet of Srivas Thakur, the Lord said. First you must go there and beg for his mercy, and then if he gives you his blessings and you do not commit such sins again, you will be freed from these reactions. Tabivipra Loila Ashi Shriva Sharana Tahara Kripaya Hoila Baba Vimochan. Then the Brahmin Gopal Chapa went to Srivas Thakur and took shelter of his lotus feet, and by Srivas Thakur's mercy was freed from all sinful reactions. Ara ek vipra aila kirtana dekite dware kapatana paila bitare jaite. Another Brahmin came to see the kirtan performance, but the door was closed and he could not enter the hall. Virigela vipragare mane duka paya. Aradin Prabhuke Kohe Gangaya Laga Paya. He returned home with an unhappy mind, but on the next day met Lord Chaitanya on the bank of the Ganges and spoke to him. Sapiba Tomare Mui Panache Manoduk Paita Chindiya Sape Prachanda Durmukha. That Brahman was expert in talking harshly and cursing others. Thus he broke his sacred thread and declared, I shall now curse you, for your behavior has greatly aggrieved me. So one proud Brahmin cursed Mahaprabhu and broke his Brahmin thread as part of the curse. He said, Samsara suk tomara au vinash sapashuni prabhur chite hoila ulas. The Brahmin cursed the Lord, you shall be bereft of all material happiness. When the Lord heard this, he felt great jubilation within himself. The Brahmin cursed Mahaprabhu, you will never enjoy material life, and Mahaprabhu was very happy. Prabhur Shapavartaje Shune Shadavan Brahmashap Hoite Tara Hoi Paritran. Any faithful person who hears of this Brahmin's cursing, Lord Chaitanya is delivered from all Brahminical curses. Mukunda Dattare Koila Danda Parasad Kandila Tahara Chitera Saba Abasad. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed Mukunda Datta with punishment, and in that way vanquished all his mental depression. Mukunda Datta was once forbidden to enter the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because of his mixing with the Mayavadi impersonalists. When Lord Chaitanya manifested his Mahaprakash, he called all the devotees one after another and blessed them, while Mukunda Datta stood outside the door. The devotees informed the Lord that Mukunda Datta was waiting outside. But the Lord replied, I shall not be soon pleased with Mukunda Datta, for though he explains devotional service among devotees, he then goes to Mayavadis to hear from them for a Yoga Vashishta Ramayan, which is full of Mayavad philosophy. For this I am greatly displeased with him. Hearing the Lord speak in that way, Mukunda Datta, standing outside, was exceedingly glad that the Lord would at some time be pleased with him, although he is not pleased at that moment. But when the Lord understood that Mukunda Datta was going to give up the association of the Mayavadis for good, he was pleased, and he at once called to see Mukunda. Thus he delivered him from the association of the Mayavadis and gave him the association of pure devotees. So Mahaprabhu said, was displeased with Mukunda Datta for associating with impersonalists. But when Mukunda Datta, when the devotees asked, when will you accept Mukunda Datta? And Mahaprabhu said, not for a very long time. But then when Mukunda Datta heard that Mahaprabhu after a long time would accept him, then he was very happy. Then the Lord called for Mukunda Datta. Acharya Gosaire Prabhu Kore Guru Bhakti Tahate Acharya Bora Hoy Dukamati. Lord Chaitanya respected Advaita Acharya as his spiritual master, but Advaita Acharya was greatly aggrieved by such behavior. Bangi Kore Gyanamar Korela Bhyakyan Krodabeshe Prabhu Tare Koila Avagyan. Thus he whimsically began to explain the path of philosophical speculation, and the Lord in his anger seemingly disrespected him. Tabi Acharya Gosara Nanda Hoila Lajita Hoya Prabhu Prasad Korila. At that time Advaita Acharya was greatly pleased. The Lord understood this, and he was somewhat ashamed, but he offered Advaita Acharya his benediction. Murari Gupta Muke Shuni Rama Gunagram Lalate Likila Tara Ramadashanam. Murari Gupta was a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. When Lord Chaitanya heard Lord Ramachandra's glories from his mouth, he immediately wrote on his forehead, Ramadas, the eternal servant of Lord Ramachandra. Sridharara Loha Patre Koila Jalapan Samasta Bhaktere Dila Ishta Baradan. Once Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the house of Sridhar after kirtan and drank water from his damaged iron pot. Then he bestowed his benediction upon all the devotees according to their desires. Haridas Thakure Korila Prasad Acharyastani Matar Kandaila Aparat. After this incident, the Lord blessed Haridas Thakur and vanquished the offense of his mother at the home of Advaitacharya. On the Mahaprakash day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Haridas Thakur and informed him that he was none other than an incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. When Vishwarup took sannyas, Sachimata thought that Advaitacharya had persuaded him to do so. Therefore, she accused Advaitacharya of this, which was an offense at his lotus feet. Later, Lord Chaitanya induced his mother to take the dust of Advaitacharya's lotus feet, and thus her Vaishnava aparad was nullified. So, one day Mahaprabhu was expressed that his mother was an offender because, or an aparadi, because after Mahaprabhu's elder brother Vishwarup took sannyas and left home, Mother Sachi thought it was due to the preaching of Advaitacharya that Vishwarup left home. And she blamed Advaitacharya, and then Mahaprabhu said that was an aparad, an offense. So, but at that time, Advaitacharya was nearby, and he couldn't believe that Mahaprabhu could chastise his mother for being an aparadi. And when he heard that, Advaitacharya, he fainted. And then Mahaprabhu said, now is the time. You take the dust from his lotus feet, then your offense will be forgiven. So while Advaitacharya had fainted, he fainted because he thought, how can Mother Sachi be an offender? And he fainted. Yeah. But it was true that she did blame Advaitacharya. So when Mahaprabhu said this, Mother Sachi is an offender because she blamed Advaitacharya, he just fainted. He couldn't believe Mother Sachi was an offender. So then Mahaprabhu said, now, while he's fainted, Mother Sachi said, go take the dust of his feet and put it on your head. Then your offense will be forgiven. So Mother Sachi did that, and then Mahaprabhu was satisfied. So now I'm going to sing Hari Harai, and we'll end our class at this time, or for today. Page 60. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama. Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama. Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatham Marana Mohan. Giridhari Gopinatham Marana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghuna. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghuna. Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghuna. Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghuna. Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan. Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan. Jai Vignana Shavista Puran. Jai Nashavista Puran. Jai Gosai Jarmui Tarana. Jai Gosai Jarmui Tarana. Tasaba Para Renu Mora Panchagram. Sabha Para Renu Mora Panchagram. Kader Charana Sevi Bhakta Saneba, Kader Charana Sevi Bhakta Saneba, Janame Janame More Abila, Janame Janame More Abila, Echai Gosai Jar Mui Tarada, Echai Gosai Jar Mui Tarada, Sabar Padarenu Mora Panchagas, Sabar Padarenu Mora Panchagas, Kader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanebas, Kader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanebas, Janame Janame More Abhilas, Janame Janame More Abhilas, Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas, Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas, Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash, Hare Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash, Anande Bolo Hare Bhaja Vrindaban, Anande Bolo Hare Bhaja Vrindaban, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Korea, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Korea, Hare Nam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodar, Hare Nam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodar, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajaka Charyasta Tara Sada Sheshimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajaka Charyasta Tara Sada Sheshimad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishoredas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shadgo Swami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya-bhagavat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvabaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram ki jai. Ganga Devi ki jai, Tulasi Maharani ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Sri Vrindaban Dham ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan, Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo ki jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Maharaj ki
Jai.